place to be. In the place to be. Seen a lot of people been going live lately. Talking that talk. Walking the walk, thug out, orthopedic. Okay. Okay, we still got some of the things we need. You know what I'm saying? All is not lost. We still got some of the major things we need. Prolific, what's good? We still got some of the major things we need out here in the game, player. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. 25 in the building, let's go. Get the lights up. What y'all hitting for? What y'all want to talk about? What's up, brother? Straight Python. I ain't seen you in a minute. What's goody? You know, I'm out here in Rio de Janeiro, Copa Cabana, and what you might call my crib. You feel me? But appreciate the latest sermons. All right, that's what we talking about. I try to share the wisdom, the knowledge, share the experience. It's cold out here. I ain't gonna front me. You see my jacket is hanging up right there? I can't see it. It's on the back of the chair. It's cold out. This be hot. It's cold, baby. I kind of like being in Rio in winter because, you know, sometimes you could get tired of the hot weather, so it's nice and cool. You could throw on a jacket, you know, and it's enough sun in the daytime to feel comfortable. Like I had on shorts earlier today, but at nighttime, you're gonna need some. Somebody's hit me something from Homie's Hub. I can't go live while I'm going live. Salute, always forward. Rasta Nuke, what it do? Everybody's always going live. Everybody be live at the same time. My favorite YouTube traveler, the boss Internationalzoe. So what up, Joe? Yeah, man, I'm just, you know, I'm in Rio. I gotta do like, and of course I'm gonna be here in a low season because I have less bookings in the wintertime. Willie McDaniels. But you know, I gotta come out to the crib. The crib is looking good. I just got a few little things to do. Put some locks. Put a little more decorations with the crib. I got my new photos up on the thing for when you do get an Airbnb has local photographers that they work with, and the local photographer will come and shoot your place, and they'll just take it out of your next booking. So you don't like gotta pay them or nothing. You just set it up. You agree to hire the ones that they refer, and they come and shoot your place. Now, of course, they're gonna shoot it. I took some shots in the beginning with my phone, and I didn't really go hard with my camera and all that stuff. But they shot it. A professional photographer came and shot the crib, and the pictures look much better than the ones I had up. So I took the ones I had up down. Let's keep them likes up. What y'all want to talk about? What's going on in the space right now? What can we talk about without being too controversial? You know, like, I have to give these brothers some mercy. You know what I'm saying? Because me as a older statesman, I guess, in the game, I see things different. You know what I'm saying? I have, you know, one thing I noticed, like, when I came up, when I was growing up, right, either you was good or you wasn't good. I mean, you could be semi-good. Either your performance was like, I came up in an era where everybody didn't get a trophy, man. It's first, second, third place. If you ain't get a trophy, step your game up, get your name up. It ain't no we showed up, so we all winners. Nah. I ain't come up in that generation. I came up in a generation, either you did it or you didn't do it. Wanda Wendy Williams, this was good. Yeah, for sure. Jake Hova, what's good? Zoe, what's good? You back in Brazil. What are your thoughts on the versus battle? See, that's one of the things I didn't want to really talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to talk about it, but then I don't want to talk about it because the difference, well, I ain't even going to talk about other people's. All I'm going to say with me is that y'all know by now, right? Damn, I dripped something on my pants already? God damn. Y'all know by now that Zoe keeps it a buck, right? Damn, no excuse ENT is live. Everybody's live. Honestly, I'm subscribed to most of these guys' channels, so I see when everybody go live. You know, you get that notification. Everybody's live right now. It's all good. Whatever, you know. So, what I thought about the verses. Let's get 100 people in the building before I start talking about it, because I don't want to have to go back and start again. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the 100 people in the building, and we'll talk about what I thought about the verses. You know what I'm saying? The good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. The agreeable. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a couple more people in the building. Looking forward to watching the Super Bowl at Mavs in Copa Cabana. Yeah, because I was here when the NBA playoffs was going on, and it is an event to watch the game in that big ass screen. I ain't gonna front. It definitely, whoever invested in that screen, you can't take Mavs off your list of places to stop and by, because that screen is awesome. So whether you like basketball, international football, American football, you know, like it's definitely crazy with the screen. Right now it's 6:31 to be exact. Yeah, so I think we're an hour ahead of Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, so we got 86 in the building. Let's wait till we get to the 100 before we talk about the verses. What my thoughts on the verses, you know. I watched it, and it was entertaining. Flyboy Way, what up, Flyboy Way? Y'all check out Flyboy Way. He's out there for the patronial, and he's out there for the African Afro-Colombian Festival in Cali, Colombia. I was going to try to make it down there because my boy is speaking, but I was like, man, I'm not going to run myself ragged. You know what I'm saying? You know, we chopping up that goodness. Yeah. If you know, you know. But anyway, my thoughts on the verses. First of all, shout out to Flyboy Way. That's my brother. And I think, you know, him and Keith kind of, you know, they started out with a good idea, and they were kind of supposed to be the first two to do it. And I think it would have been good had they not, you know, fallen into that disagreement or whatever you want to call it. And they would have been great to set the tone. Because I heard people like, oh, everybody got to follow behind y'all. Now y'all set the tone. I think the tone, I mean, shout out to them for doing it. It was entertaining. And I'm going to just say, well, shout out to Homies Hub. Shout out to Pop for actually doing it, because, you know, versus could be like, it could be like Ja Rule. You know what I mean? Like you could lose some points for, I think, losing the verses. So it has no clue what he's doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing, Playboy. What up, Jamel? Yeah, but if you know, you know. So I thought for one, how many got? We got 100 in the building. Let's talk about my opinion. Y'all want my opinion on the verses. I just want to start some ish in the game. I'm not here to start no ish. I'm trying not to be so objective and subjective on the things that's going on in the game, because every time I say something, it's like, oh, the smoke. That's why the last thing I talked about myself. You know what I mean? I try to talk about myself as much as possible, or talk in general so people don't take offense. I want to say this, though, before I get into it. Like I was saying before, I don't look at it that way at all. It's that friendly competition. I thought it did a good job and put their mark on the space. Nobody asked you what you thought. They asked me what I thought. Anyway, J-Hove. But I thought that them doing it, agreeing to do it. Sid the Dawn, what up, Sid? I thought that was dope. I thought that was cool and it was dope. And I thought for the most part they kept it friendly, right? They didn't get too personal. They talked their little trash, but it was a friendly, I think overall it was a friendly battle and competition, right? So that part, I agree. Was it entertaining? Yes, it was entertaining. I was entertained. But there are some areas that I wish, and somebody said that too, that they set the tone. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't per se agree with the tone, because to me, in my opinion, the tone was set for it to be all about women, which that is not what the space is about or traveling is about. In my opinion, traveling is about traveling to new places and discovering new things. Not just the women, discovering all things. And I think the way Pav hurt himself is that he knew that Homie's Hub's strength, or how he would come to the battle, would be with women. And I think he contoured his travels, because said he'd been to 20-something countries. He didn't focus on his strength, that he'd been to 20-something countries. So he focused on trying to compete with him by putting girls on the screen and showing a good time. So I think the ways that it could be improved is that it needs to have clear categories, and you need to win on certain categories, because he showed a little bit of his travel, but he cut it short to go straight back to showing women to compete with Homie's Hub. Now, Homie Hub only been to a few countries, you know what I mean? And mostly he showed women in Medellin and Colombia. So, of course, that's an easy sell. If you're going to show beautiful women from Colombia in your crib or in the club, that's an easy sell. You don't even got to work hard to show baddies on the screen from Colombia. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't. You know what I mean? So, I will give Homie's Hub credit that he did a little AI, I believe it was AI, in the beginning, which was creative. He used AI for one or two introductions. I thought that was creative on his part, to use the AI and put Pav's name in there, and the water. That was creative. I give him his props on creativity for that. And he did a rap on the last challenge. He rapped, which I thought was good. He got points for that. I think Homie's Hub probably surprised people a little bit, because people probably was underestimating him. And I think, so these are the areas that, to me, if you want to make it worth its weight in gold, worth its weight in salt, they already know you and Don Banks got that on lock. Right, true. There's certain things that there no need to be battled. And let me just say this too. You are speaker bugging? Well, I don't understand what you're saying. And let me say this too. When it comes to new content creators, there's almost no need to battle. The newest, freshest face out there in the game that I know of is Lord. He's traveling, so he's covering the traveling part. He's covering the entertainment part. He's covering the editing part. He's got great edits. He does some color grading in there. He adds comedy and skits. So he's like, to me, the rookie of the year, if you want to call him that. Your speaker has static. Okay. Let me try my headphones. Let me try my headphones to see if it gets better. Y'all let me know if it's better with here or if there's something wrong with my Ask me if it's better with the mics, feedback in your mic. Is it better or worse? Hope you run into that sexy girl Tati again. Tati? Tati, the thick one here? It's not better? Why am I having audio problems? Still bad? No? Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me go get my other mic. This is the last call for alcohol. If this doesn't fix the problem, I don't know why would my mic be messed up on my let me go to this. This is my last hope. You have something magnetic near you. Okay, I got another phone next to me. I got the controllers for my TV next to me. I'll move that out the way. Let me try this mic. Let me try this mic. The TV. Hold on. Let me try this mic. The only other thing magnetic is this. This smoke is magnetic. Much better. I'm still here in Salvador, but Mike. Okay, is it good now? Do I need to try this? Do I need to try this? Or is it better? Or is it better or is it still static? We can hear just a little static. Let me move this stuff all the way over here. That's the only thing that could be interfering. How about now? We good now? Just a little better? Okay, let me try this. And if it's worse, then I'm gonna just take it out. But let me try this to see if this will make it better. Let me try this. Okay. Still slightly static. How about now? The microwave ain't on. Oh, wait. It's not bad. How about now? I connected my mic. It's better. Okay, so let's roll with this. I just want to say something for the space, right? I want to say that I was going back to Lord. Shout out to Lord. Lord to me is the rookie of the year. And I don't mean it as no disrespect. And Lord don't seem to be like a sensitive dude, so he won't get that disrespect. He's traveling his ass off. He's putting comedy. He's very active in his videos. When he does show girls, he shows nice girls, even though that's not his main thing. So to me, he's the new fresh face that's doing it on a high level. Like he's doing this damn thing. And shout out to Lord. And then when it comes to the chicks, Don Banks got that on Smash. He's doing good numbers for a channel that shows beautiful women. Everybody got their lane. So for a channel that shows beautiful women and interaction with women, he's killing it over there. There's no need for them to battle with nobody. To me, they got that. What's the sense of battling? They got their thing. When it comes to fundraising, it's Jay Rillo. You know what I'm saying? There's no competition. Jay Rillo came into the game with the fundraisers or whatever y'all want to call it. He got that. When it comes to the smoke shows and getting people together to hash out their disagreements and arguments, Razor Ray's got that. You feel me? So everybody else is, to me, those are like the standouts, and everybody else is doing a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I do interviews, I show women, I actually travel too, and I give information, and I give like thoughtful commentary, like Sunday sermon. So I don't think there's nobody in the space doing all the things that I'm doing, even though I might only get credited with certain things, but I do leave a great blueprint of where to go when you go to a country, what to do when you go to a country. And I've been to many countries, and I don't got over 1,500 videos on my channel because I'm not traveling and I'm not doing my thing. I think Keith does a great job of giving out. I think his strongest part of his channel is disseminating information on a location. I think when he talks about what's to do, what he did when he goes to Punta Cana, when he goes to Costa Rica, and he does great edits. I think he give him his props in that area. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got their thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Flyboy Way and all the new guys coming up. There's a lot of new guys coming up, but I just think that and even though it might not pertain to them, but to me, the verses should have shown editing, color grading, locations, drone shots, interaction, diversity, like having a diverse channel that's doing more than one thing. Like these are all the areas I felt like it lacked in the verses. You know what I'm saying? That I think maybe stronger or more seasoned YouTubers would have been able to bring. That's why I think the Keys and Flyboy would have been great as the first verses, because that would have set a tone to go higher. You know what I'm saying? Some people started their channels by showing women in their videos in Colombia, and when they became famous, they said they are not passport bros. They said this channel is not about women. Yeah, and everybody has the right to change. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a right to change. So, brother, what are your 3 favorite spots, cities in the world that you visited? Yeah, I know. I said it 1,000 times. So, but I thought it was, yes, entertaining. I thought they were, I commend them on doing it. And they kind of did it gentlemanly. You know, it wasn't disrespectful or anything. And they had fun. I think some people were rooting for certain people and they weren't being fair. I also think that Homies Hub won. You know what I'm saying? I think that he won and he should have won. You know what I mean? And he was the underdog. So, you know, those are my thoughts. Let's take the kitty gloves off. These dudes don't want to edit videos and save their life. Yeah, maybe they can't. Maybe there was a time I couldn't edit. But I think if we're going to have these verses, it should be about, and we all saying that we're in a travel space. So the fundamental thing about the verses should be, the number one thing should be traveling. What do you do while you're traveling? And I think you should be traveling. But then again, I don't know. They did a good job, but I just think there's areas that were not, addressed, that should have been addressed. in the travel space versus. Keith did a great job with the idea, had to re-energize the space. If that's how you feel, Ja, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? That it's cool. And I'm glad they did it. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to do it? Not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I don't know. It could be done in a good way and a bad way. And it could look what okay. Honestly, let me say something, right? And I don't know if y'all look at it this way or not. When Flyboy and Keith were supposed to battle, and it went awry, you know, people felt like Flyboy, you know, like when he went in, people felt like Flyboy crossed the line or something in the pre-battle stages, whatever, and it ended up not happening. I think it hurt Flyboy in some ways. Like to me, and he could say no, and everybody else could say no, but I think people started looking negatively at Flyboy, and to me, it looked like his channel slowed down a little bit because of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see the numbers he used to get on his lives, you know, and I don't know. I could be wrong, but let me just tell you how I'm seeing it. I could be wrong, but I don't think it helped Flyboy Way's channel. And it didn't even happen because of a little bit of rift that went on before it was supposed to happen. And then Keith, for whatever reasons he had, he felt like, nah, man, I ain't gonna do it. And I think it has something to do with he's saying it got personal. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't feeling it. So he was like, nah, he not doing it. And I think, you know, people looked at Flyboy Way or blame Flyboy Way of the way he approached it. And I'm not saying I'm sure, but to me, it looked like his channel slowed down a little bit after that. Supposedly versus was supposed to happen, and then it didn't happen. Okay, let me see, DJ for money. I saw your last video. Be sure to get everything in writing with women that are featured on your channel. If you can. If they're gonna be featured in a big way, yes. But if this is a one-time, one-off, I wouldn't worry about it. He did hurt Flyboy for sure, and I agree with his channel suffered. And that's what Jehovah said. Yeah, something about it to me, it not happening in the way it went, that I feel like it hurt Flyboy's channel. Because it just seemed like his channel slowed down, you know, and people started like taking less interest, or they started, I don't know, I don't know if they just started hating him or you know, throwing a little hate his way. I mean, he's a positive brother and he's still moving and shaking, but to me, that not happening, once it didn't happen, I feel like it slowed down his channel. That's just my opinion. So it could be something. I don't think it's going to hurt Pab's channel. I don't think it's going to hurt Homies Hub. It's probably going to help Homies Hub channel. Probably going to help both of their channels. But I think it not happening hurt Flyboy's channel. It's just my opinion. Flyboy slowed his international travel mostly and followed the Perrys when the super slim Cuban chicks. It didn't hurt Flyboy for sure, and I agree his channel suffered. It did hurt. Yeah, well, that's just my opinion. Trust me, this is my opinion. And I'm not saying that anybody got to agree with me or even the content creators agree with me, but y'all ask me my opinion, and I'm going to give y'all my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I hope nobody takes offense to it. And I want to say this too. I feel like, and I don't want drama. I'm not with the drama or nothing, but I just feel like if you give your honest opinion or your honest critique, that is nowadays you could have it, you could say it, but people want to say, oh, you hating, right? if you have a critique and you don't agree with somebody and pat them on their back, you're hating. And then also, if you're older than them, oh, you're discredited because you're older. Like, like I said, I'm from the era, if you get an F, you fail. I'm from the era, if you lose, you lost. It's no 7th round, 8th round, 5th round trophies. It's first, second, and second and third is still losers. I'm from that era. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm going to say how I feel, I'm going to say how I feel. And if you want to say I'm hating, then, you know what I'm saying? There's a difference between hating and there's a difference between giving constructive criticism. And, you know, that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying anything negative or being negative to anybody. I'm just giving my critique. You know what I'm saying? And I think Pab went off his trail. I think Pab's strength was actually traveling. And he went off his trail and tried to focus on the women. And to me, I don't follow him big time, but he's never come across as a channel that was about women. But when you look at the battle, it looked like he was about women, where he went because there was no rules. If the rules would have been, one, you're being judged on traveling, where you've been, what you've done when you were there. You're being judged on editing. You're being judged one. You know, each round could be a particular theme. One round could be editing. One round could be places you've been. One round could be baddies. One round could be, you know, other things that entails traveling, entertainment, and other things. So I think he went a little bit off his square and tried to focus on chicas when that's not, to me, that's never been, like, I don't think people watch Pab's channel for girls. You know what I'm saying? People do watch certain YouTubers' channels to see what girls they might have on there, but I don't think his channel is about that. And I think he went off his strength because he knew that's what he was going to be up against with Homies Hub. So I think by not having more set rules, that it could get you know, lost in the sauce. And traveling is not only about girls. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna have a versus battle about travelers, either put two guys that are in the same category against one another. You know what I'm saying? This guy's channel is mostly about showing pretty women. This guy's channel is mostly about showing pretty women. Okay, let them have a pretty women battle. This guy's channel is about actually going to countries and going to the tourist attractions, and this guy's is too. Let it be shown. So I just think that it's like weight classes. You gotta put people in the right weight class when you want to do a versus and make it a little better. But we got to start somewhere. So I give them the props for that. Not gonna lie, but we want the old Flyboy way. Okay. Charles. If Pab didn't do it that way, he would have had no chance at winning. But what I'm saying is maybe he went up against the wrong person because that's what he had to do to go up against that guy. And maybe he just went up against the wrong person because to me, that's not what his strength is. Hence weight class. Dude swayed away from his lane, yes. They both did well. Salute to Keith and all of them. Ja. Yes, it was entertaining. I agree. But like I said, if you want to make it better, some of these things could be implemented to the next one to make it better. I'm touching down in Rio for 3 months this weekend. What are your top spots for networking, etc.? I don't want to talk about that right now, bro. What's the USD to Brazil? I think it's 5.5 or something. It ain't nothing crazy right now. Justin Holmes, Flyboy is a millionaire at the end of the day. He's looking at the big picture, okay? Season swag. Some travelers have questionable personalities. I think Pab still won 2-1. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to, but see, there's no clear reason for say one person won over the other because there was no boundaries. You understand? You could say if it was editing, color grading, drone shots, destinations, creativity, so Homies Hub got the creativity with the AI intros, with the doves and the Pab name and the pouring out the liquor with the Pab name on the concrete. He got creativity for rapping. So you could distinctly see certain things that he got. I would have to give him points for creativity. Everybody don't know how to use AI like that or program the AI to do those edits. So you would have to give him some points for creativity, right? And and if you want to put girls in there and you had to say who had the prettier girl shots, Pab had the prettier chica shots, right? But Homies Hub had the prettier chica shots. And Homies Hub had the rap at the end. He had the AI edits at the beginning, right? Pab had destination, but he didn't. You could also add best music selection. You know what I'm saying? Like Pab used more than one track, which was cool, but he didn't mix it in. He cut it hard and you know what I'm saying? So I'm a creator. I'm an editor, I'm a traveler. So I'm looking at it for more reasons than maybe just entertainment. You know what I'm saying? J-Hope, I would make the argument that 85% of YouTubers' channels start off showing girls and in the known spaces, most going off beaten paths, they content and views. Yeah, true. That need more of the grading scale in the next battle. Yeah. Shout out to Zoe, none of your bees. Sup, Zoe, sound got a little crack. I know. I don't know what's wrong with my this phone, but my phone this is brand new phone. I don't know why it's janky. Pab has more realness to his content. Yeah, I mean, everybody is entitled to their opinion, and this is just my opinion of how maybe could make the next one better, what I think could be added to it, and making sure more evenly yoked competitors compete. You know what I'm saying? I would say that. Let's be real. We all expected to see them 304s. It was a turn up with Chica's versus. But for future putting the rules will work better was a good start though. It wasn't mad at it. Yes, I agree. I agree, Charles. Oh, no problem. Big up from London. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I thought about the verses. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was good. I thought it was gentlemanly like. I salute Keys. I salute them for competing and getting it done and putting in the work to do it. But, I also say here's some things that we could add to it. Also, I would like to say women will begin gold digging channels like yours when the YouTube bros start making 4 or 5 million on their channels. Like, yeah, they definitely gonna. I would say 2 minutes. Was it 2 minutes? 2 minutes is not enough. I would say it should be between 2 to 5 minutes, and it should be at the YouTuber's discretion, whether they want to do a 2-minute video or they want to do a 5-minute video. I think 3 rounds is not enough. Especially like, imagine me trying to cramp all my footage into 2 minutes, into 6 minutes, basically. That would be impossible. I would maybe have to only battle on this front. Okay, I'm just battling on chicas. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way I could show the amount of destinations I've been to, the amount of sites that I've been to, the chicas, the edits, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be no way to cram that down into just 2 minutes, and also adding music. You know what I'm saying? So I think, sorry, who is Pab? What is his channel? You'll find out. So I think it should be between 2 to 5 minutes on the YouTuber's discretion, and it should be like 5 rounds. So this will make people watching, they'll be watching for longer periods of time, and then you have certain things that can be looked for. It could, not that it needs to be, but it could be a round of this and a round of that. And then you could say, oh, they won the round on creativity. They won the round on baddies. They won the round on edits. They run the, you know what I'm saying? So, or it could be still all mixed into it, but I think you should be scored on these things. Not that each round has to be put to that, but you should be scored on these things. Like who had the highest score between 1 and 10 on overall creativity of each video? Who got the highest score between 1 and 10 on camera skills, camera work, whether that includes the crispiness of your camera, whether that includes the edits, the color grading, boom. You know what I'm saying? And then drone shots and edits, cuts, all these things could be into the creativity. So it could definitely be better, and it was cool. But it ain't enough people in the space, and that would be willing to do the verses. You know, it's not enough people, I think, in the space to, no, it's a handful of people that y'all would think that would entertain this. So it's not even a lot of guys to begin with. But yeah, it was definitely cool. It was definitely cool. You know, it's definitely cool. Shout out to them. 2 minutes is not enough for sure. That was a unanimous talking point after, yeah, for sure. Yeah, 2 minutes was definitely not enough. But it was good. I was laughing, I was entertained, and I was a little bit, I'm gonna keep it real, I was a little bit impressed by Homies Hub's intros and outros or whatever it was. Not so much by the girls, because you know the girls is the girls, and he had a couple nice looks, you know what I mean, but you know, only one that could have impressed me with chicks really is Dawn Banks, honestly. Like Dawn Banks, man, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing to have one, but he be having enough dimes that I'll be like, damn, I'm gonna hang out with him. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it was all good. It was all good. Yeah, it's all good. Shout out for them, you know, putting their bid in and putting in some work and getting it done. That was dope. That was dope on all parties. And the community came out and watched it. You know, they had about 500 people involved in watching it. That was dope too. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was dope. But yeah, so expat, he had the advantage of chicks. Yeah, some people gonna have the advantage of chicks. Don't sleep on Homies Hub. He had some nice girls his last 2 lives. Yeah. I mean, if you in Medellin, you better have some baddies. I mean, come on, man. You in Medellin? You in Colombia? Shit, you better have some baddies. Yeah, Keith did a good job. He put it together. The edit he did before he came on, the pre-show, it was good. I ain't gonna front. It was good. You know, Zoe is definitely not a hater, but I'm also not a glazer. I do not work at the donut shop. I don't even eat donuts. So, you know what I'm saying? Zoe I'm not a glazer and I'm not biased. None of them are my friends. You know what I'm saying? I don't hang with none of them. I'm not going on trips with none of them. None of them is on my lives. So I can just be honest. Yeah, Zoe definitely has some baddies. And some of y'all ain't even seen baddies for how long I've been having baddies on the channel. Some of y'all kind of new to Zoe. Y'all been rocking with me a year, 2, 3. But Zoe go back like 6 years worth of baddies. When I pull out them late night thirsts on y'all gonna be like, what happened to her? Yeah. So what else y'all want to talk about, man? We covered that. And that was awesome. We covered that. I know a lot of people going to be in Thailand. A lot of people are in Thailand right now. A lot of people going to be in Thailand. You know, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait and talk about this. Young Guns, Banks don't play in the space for sure. Is that spot Airbnb out profit worth the hassle? Is that spot Airbnb out profit worth? I don't know I don't understand your question. I don't understand your question. When I'm going to Hollywood Beach, you know what's crazy? So Tony just texted me, and I'm looking at the text. Tony just texted me. I don't know when I'm going back to Hollywood Beach, man. Basically, too much heat in Colombia and the DR, and heat from the government and police in Brazil and Rio. I don't know about Rio. Let's talk about your last video. Okay, what you want to talk about? None of your biz. Thoughts on changes in Sasua. Is it over? I don't know, but it's changed right now. That's all I could say. So what's good? Go visit Manabí, Ecuador. A lot of baddies. Yeah, I had an Ecuadorian trip kind of lined up, but I'll get there. Has your spot in Brazil been rented out Airbnb? It's for rent. Yes, it gets rented, but why are you all up in my business? You know what I'm saying? Has it been rented out? How many rentals have you had? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you know what I'm saying? I just got my updated pictures from a professional photographer. You know what I'm saying? I got some strategies that I'm going to use, but it's slow season right now. I don't expect it. I had a couple of potential people who wanted to rent it out long term, but I'm taking my time. And my place ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? My place is lit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these places you're gonna rent in Rio need some renovations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them is not. My shit is, my joint is all brand new, everything. You feel me? You could see washer, dryer, all the appliances you could want. Ductless ACs in every room. Oh yeah, soft beds. Fire sticks in every room with 800 channels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in my house right now. I'm very comfortable. Saw one Colombian girl from another YouTube stream. She been living life in the US, all married now, but never show the dude. I know they all do that shit. They all do that. Women will be, you could take them around the world and all that, and they still want to act like they did it themselves. I'll be like, you can't have a phone if I'm taking you somewhere, leave your phone. You got any recommendations on places to stay in Rio? Yeah, stay in Copacabana, stay in Lemmy, stay in LeBlanc, stay in Ipanema. I did the tour of the crib. I got a video of the crib. Yeah, I'm in Copa. 1 block from the beach. 1 block from the beach, baby. If you want to see the crib, go to airbnb.com/internationalzoe. That's the link to the Airbnb. And you can see the Airbnb. You can see. Y'all should watch the video because y'all can see the before and after. Put in some work over here. That's one thing you're going to have to do in most cases, if you buy a crib here in Copacabana or Ipanema and all that, you're going to have to renovate it. So you're going to spend another 30 to 50,000 on the renovations because they're not
usually not up to par. Nobody's going to usually sell a renovated Airbnb, a renovated apart condo. You know what I'm saying? They've had it. It might have been in their family. They might have had it for a long time, but they're going to sell something that needs work. How long will you be in Brazil? Plans? I can't tell you all my business about it. Cool is there are a lot of baddies, bro. Forgot coming and buying. That is long. I don't understand. Y'all gotta work on y'all questions. Your last video makes it hard to trust women. Never thought she would do something like, well, I don't trust women to begin with like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust people in general. You know what I'm saying? How do you decide who to rent to? Oh, on Airbnb, they have a listing, like a rating. So they have a rating on Airbnb. The actual places to rent has a rating, and people have a rating. So if people get bad and have a poor rating, you could decide not to rent them your place. You know what I'm saying? So if they have a good rating, you'll feel more comfortable with renting them. You can look at things that other people that rented them their space said about them. Oh, he's a great person. When you host someone, at the end it asks, would you recommend this person to stay at somebody's property? So there's a way to gauge it a little bit. It's not your woman, it's just your turn. Enjoy your turn. You don't need to trust them to do that. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's always your turn. You know, it's your turn if you in America. It's your turn if you anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And when you done with them, hopefully you done with them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, it's your turn if it's your wife. If you divorce your wife and she get married again, that was your turn. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody own nobody out here. It's everybody's turn. You know what I'm saying? You know, it just might take a while before another person get a turn if that's your wife, you know, but nobody owns anybody out here. You know what I'm saying? And it's never about who's coming next to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just about respect. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I mean, listen, in most situations, men are helping out women. Women ain't really helping out men. Women talk all that junk about, I don't need no man and I got my own house and all that. But they always will still say, even if they got their own house and their own car and I don't need no man, but they will still say, he got to have more than me. In case I need to take his. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? If people move accordingly, it would be a lot less disappointment. That ain't true. You could be a good guy and still be disappointed. Just don't put no stock in other people so they can't disappoint you so much. Yeah, you can't control nobody. I mean, you could try to. Her money, yeah, ain't your money, but your money is our money. That's for sure when it comes to women. Link is not coming up. Well, look at the description of all my videos. There's a link in the description and you can it'll come up. Tap the link in the description. I might be saying it wrong, or you might be writing it wrong. Shout out to Daniel SB9RC. Thanks for the $2 super chat. Compare government and POPO Heat Colombia, Doctor and Brazil, DR and Brazil, Colombia. Compare the government. I'm not qualified to compare the governments. You know what I'm saying? Although there's a lot of things going on governmentally here in Brazil with the current president and the former president. You know what I mean? But you should know, don't talk about politics too much. Stay away from politics when you're on this YouTube. And when you're in a country that's not yours. He meant police. Okay, Popo, I'm sorry. I'm not the person that's going to sell you a dream like I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You got to ask a native about that. You know what I mean? I don't really know. I don't have a lot of confrontations with police anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I've been pulled over by police here We was coming from the club and they pull out these big ass guns like this big. And then, they checked our bags, like police are looking, in a lot of these countries, police are looking to get a Vic. In Colombia, I've been pulled over coming from the club. They're hoping you got drugs on them because they'll threaten you that they're going to either give them some money or they're going to take you to jail. So a lot of, even in Mexico, that happened. We was just walking to the next club. One girl had a drink in her hand. The Mexican police pulled us all over. They threatened the girl that they was going to throw her in jail because she had an open bottle. And everybody in the group had to put in money to give the police like $80, $100 so they wouldn't put her in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, police are not paid well in these countries, and they sometimes do that. Their side hustle. That's their side hustle. Rio is not really a club place. There's a few clubs, Ventrini and what's it called? I can't remember. Clubs, regular clubs, they're not a lot. They're not a lot. Unless you go into some local clubs, but there's not a lot of clubs in Rio like that. You got to go to different areas to go to different clubs. Like there's clubs in Baja de Juca, but there aren't many clubs in Rio, in Copacabana or Ipanema or Leblon. There's not many clubs. There's thermas, but there's not many clubs. So I read under the U.S. travel site that you had to have at 2,000 in your account to travel there. To travel where? You didn't say where. Y'all, you leave out the pertinent information. Back to Rio. Rio's my second home. You feel safe in hotels or Airbnbs? I barely use hotels. I almost always use Airbnbs. And yes, I usually feel safe. Is that your Airbnb, James? Yes, it is. Is government in Brazil against passport bros? I don't know. Why would be passport bros? Are they against foreigners? I don't think so. They don't register passport bros in the world. They're just vacationers, foreigners, travelers, expats. No, that's not, passport bros don't register to governments and all that stuff. Mexico is the worst, so you never get stopped in Rio. I did get stopped in Rio. Like twice. Brazil, brother. Oh, for the new visa. I don't know because I have a student visa. So I don't know about the $2,000 for the new visa. I don't know. I would have to say. Ms. Raw, what's good, Zoe? What would rank your trip in Chiang Mai, Thailand? And is it worth visiting? Oh my God. Chiang Mai is going to be my next Hustler's Ambition video. So I'm not going to say nothing about Chiang Mai, but I got hustled in Chiang Mai. And you wouldn't think, because everybody tell you, oh, Chiang Mai is laid back. Chiang Mai is not like Bangkok, it's not like Pattaya. It's laid back and chill. The weather is chill. But I got hustled in Chiang Mai. So look for I'm going to wait till I go back to Thailand, which is soon. So I make that Hustler's Ambition, but I got a Hustler's Ambition for Chiang Mai. The money requirement is no longer true. They removed the section from the visa website. Super Blue, thank you for answering his question. Student visa requires you to attend school classes mandatory. No, it's not mandatory, but you do. Some of your money goes to register for the school. Best place to stay in Brazil is Copacabana, correct? No. Ipanema is a great place to stay, similar, maybe a better neighborhood. Leblon, better neighborhood, good place to stay. So Lemmy, if you stay between Lemmy, Copacabana, Ipanema, Leblon is good. And if you want to be on the outskirts, quiet, suburbs, go to Baja de Juca. You do need 2,000 in your bank for the visa. Somebody else, Theodore, says different. They checking for brothers in Mexico. Checking what? They like brothers? There's people that like brothers everywhere. It's just not all the same everywhere. You got to be at the right place at the right time. That's how I feel. Like somebody gonna like you somewhere. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm never under the guise that everybody likes us, like black men, or everybody hates black men. There are some people who like black men, usually less, most places they like their own. And there's some people who don't care for. You only need one or two. Why do you need, you know what I'm saying? Like you only need a couple women to be checking for black men. You don't need a whole lot. Nobody can handle, if it's 100 women checking for you in a country, you can't handle 100 anyway, right? This is an Airbnb. Does it look that good that it could be a hotel? This is an Airbnb, Playboy. It's my Airbnb. One of the first travel YouTubers to actually buy international property. Now, I know people got international properties that are not YouTubers, but I'm one of the first one of this little generation to actually purchase a property overseas. Big dog style, baby. Big dog style, baby. That's why I say don't try to put me in the category with everybody else. They not like me. That's BS, no booty in Thailand. I'm gonna show you when I get there. Shit, no booty in Thailand. You crazy? I had a big argument with a bunch of dudes back in the days telling me, oh, they ain't got no butt. And I'm like, just say you never been there, dogs. You know what I mean? Stop talking on a place that you don't know nothing about. I got 2 on my line right now that I'm waiting to meet when I go there. Oh, nice bodies. I never had a problem in DR with the ladies. Why so many are angry about Sasua? Because they got reasons to be, man. Maybe the way they treat you is the way you want to be treated. Maybe the way other people are treated, they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got good taste. Maybe you're lucky. You know what I'm saying? You know, who knows? But nobody can sit here and say that, oh, all the women in Sasua are great. On the people, no. Not even. Not even close. So tell John Thompson I said, what's up? I will if I see him. I heard he's a little bit under the weather right now, too. I just asked someone about him today, honestly. Okay, I'm ready. Girl on my line. World on my line. Yeah, everyone's experience is not your experience. There's more stories of dudes having funny situations with chicas in Sasua. I'm sure everybody got a couple, 1 or 2. I'm sure everybody. A couple of them ain't world star. What has been your average flight cost from New York? Why y'all be asking these it depends where you going. I'm able to fly round trip flights to Thailand for between $900 and $1,200. And it depends on the season. I was able to find flights to Peru for like $300-400. I was able to find flights here for $300-400, but my last flight here was like $600. And I'm like, why is it so much money? And it's low season. Maybe there's less planes coming right now. So it all depends. I would say if I had to average out my flights, it might be like $600, at least $600 a flight. Have been 5 times to Bangkok, Pattaya, Jomtien, and Phuket. Booty only in Rio, Cartagena, and the DR. I could show you otherwise on my phone. But hey, that's your experience. I'm not saying there's a lot, but they got some girls with some donkey out there now. Things have changed. And you've been there. When have you been there? Because they eating the new food as of lately. I don't know what they doing, but things have definitely changed when it comes to round shapes in the right places in Thailand. And you said Jomtien Pattaya. Jomtien Pattaya is the same place. You said Phuket, you said Bangkok and Pattaya. Those are the #1 tourist places. But you ain't say you went to Eson. Even though a lot of girls retire from Eson, but take your ass down to Eson. When they eating that cornbread, when they eating that Thai cornbread. They gotta be eating Thai cornbread. I don't even know what else to call it. Been to the DR, Brazil, and Colombia. Which spot would you say has the most slim, dark skin, and light skin women? Slim? I don't know, man. They all got beautiful women. They all have. I would say DR got a lot of slimmies because they got dark skin because they got a lot of Haitians. So I would say DR definitely got a lot of slim, dark skin joints. I would have to say that. Been there in 2022 and 2023 and 2020. All right then, your experience is different. I've had some Thai girls with really nice shapes. Donkey, no, but they also not doing too much, you know, what you call it, the augmentation either. Brazil versus Colombia. It's a good competition. Could be neck and neck, depends what you like. Depends what you like. Okay, I'm good. What time is it? 7? Damn, it's still early. I'm trying to go out today. I feel like doing something. I went to the bank. I put some of my bills here on automatic payment. The Haitian chicas in the DR have amazing soft skin. JR Futube. I'm not into women with enhancements. I hear that. Cashapp 7. Steven Yasiri sent me a $25 Cash App. Thanks for the flight. Thank you. I'm not. Richie Mack just put out a video regarding the matters of curvy and thick Asians. Yeah, he did. He put out 2. I didn't watch him yet, but he did put out 2. If dudes not really traveling for women, Sosua is the perfect place to go right now. There's a lot of other better places to go than Sosua. Jason Coppinger. You see these women getting dimple implants now. Yeah, they doing all kind of crazy stuff. The brother thirsty. Golden Child. Mr. Travel. What up, Zoe? Keep inspiring the people, man. I second that comment. Them Haitian chicas in the DR got my heart. And I've been to Brazil too. Is Nairobi, Kenya overrated? I was only there once. I thought it was good. I thought it had potential. And I didn't get to go to Mombasa. So I'm not gonna, So what's the biggest page passport you can get? I think 50 page. That's what the extra, I just got my new passport and I got the extra pages and I got a passport card. Let me show you. I just got my joint, the new joint and the new. Yeah, I got a stunt. This is my last passport. And this had 52 pages. This is my last joint. See that? 52 pages. And I had 2 pages left. Look at this. So when I talk about traveling, stop it, 5. 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 52 pages and 50 of these bad boys. You see them different stamps? Y'all see them different stamps? Stop it, 5. Y'all not effing with the boy. What's that? It's a visa, baby. Come on, man. Stop it. Y'all not doing this. This is passport number 4. Okay, those are my pages that's left. 1, 2. That was what was left. So I had to get a rush job on my next joint. Now this one had a few pages left, but y'all fucking with the boy. Look at that. You're not fucking with the boy. Y'all not doing it like this, man. Y'all got a big book with like 4 stamps, 5 stamps, and y'all not. What you talking about? I don't got the first one. This is my second one. I don't got my first passport. This ain't got nothing in it. So here's the new joint. Look at the new joint. I ain't gonna cover my number. Look at the new joint. The new joint is fire. Definitely gotta have a white man on the boat. I don't know why they gotta do that. Why they gotta do us like that? Nigga looking good. Look at that. It's that new joint. I only got 1 stamp in here, B. I only got 1 stamp. Look at that. This is the new joint. It's whoo. Where's my 1 stamp? Dang, why didn't they stamp the first page? Oh, okay, I got 1 stamp. And why didn't they stamp this page? This nigga's stupid. So, and they got the numbers at the page different. So, okay, this one go to 50. The other one went to 52. So yeah, this one got the chip in it, the bio chip in it. They following you everywhere. This one got the hard, this card in here is hard. Pause. So yeah, the big book got 52 pages. The big book got 52 pages. This is December 2000. This one was December 2000. And the first trip I ever took was 1990. You smell me? So gonna run out of pages. Mind you, this one, I had 5 more years on this book. I got this book in 2020, right? Look at the dates. 2020. I got this in 2020, and it expired. No, this is the one. I got this in 2020, right? When this expired, it says July 6, 2030, and it was already finished. So your boy's out here traveling. I am really traveling. I love to travel, and I'm traveling, even if I'm traveling to places I've been to before. So I got to keep this book because I got my Thai retirement visa in this book. So when I get to Thailand, I got to have them put the stamp in my new book. So I got to still bring this book. But yeah, boy out here in the world. Your boy's out here in the world. We 100 likes short. Yeah, dude, I ain't gonna front. It does get lonely sometimes. Greetings, Star. I hope all is well. Stay safe and blessed. Thank you, pal. You ever got arrested in another country? No, thank God. You travel vlogger. Thank you, Slim. Yeah, you definitely get lonely. You know, sometimes you want to cuddle up with a joint. Sometimes you be like, you want me to stay? Nope. Nope, it's okay. But you don't want to cuddle up with anybody. You want to cuddle up with somebody that you feeling, you feel me? Somebody you feeling, somebody that smell good, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's warm and cuddly. I want to be like you when I grow up. It's hard being me, dog. You want to be better than me. We on one knee, boss. You ever miss your family back at home? I see my family. I go home almost every month. I go home. And when I go home, I go see my mom and I have dinner with my son and my daughter almost every trip I go home. So not really. And my son and my daughter don't live with me no more. So even if I was home, I wouldn't be seeing them that often. You know what I mean? And they know what I do, but I raised my kids. My kids lived with me until my kids moved out from living with me when they were like 22 and 24. You know what I'm saying? My kids been with me from babies all the way up to 20 in their 20s. So, you know, around that time, a lot of kids move out anyway. I think I moved out my mom's house when I was about like 20. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. The moment you land in Brazil, where's the first place you going in Rio? I'm going in September to my house, then to the beach. Some airports now have e-gates like Cancun, less and less stamps. Yes, which would be a blessing. If they all did the digital joint and you ain't have to get your joint stamped up, that's going to be it. But that's, you know, they're going to tell you to put the chip in your hand, right? I ain't getting no chip in my hand, but then again, I said I wasn't getting the COVID shot. Salute. Mental check. How you feeling? I'm feeling good, man. I talked to my doctor. My cancer screening came back negative, so we cool there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm pretty okay, man. Every time I go through customs, they make me remove the passport protector. Yeah, you got to take it out of that. Yeah. Rio, Medellin, Lima, Santo Domingo, Cartagena. How do you rank when it comes to fun and quality of life? Fun? Brazil and Colombia. DR2 ain't gonna front. Quality of life? I would say Lima, Peru, then Brazil. Well, if you live in Medellin, if Medellin wasn't robbing people and scoping people, Medellin quality of life is really good. 2, I ain't gonna front. But quality of life, Thailand beats them all. So you didn't mention that, but yeah. And Vietnam, probably Da Nang as well. Quality of life in Southeast Asia is better than all of South America and the Caribbean, in my opinion. If you're talking quality of life. Princentennial, salute, Ayo Zoe. You still doing the Euro step? That's up to Wilf, man. Because I'm not doing a Euro step by myself. I ain't doing a Euro step by myself. I don't want to be all in Europe by myself. What does Kenya compare to Latin America? It's very different. There's a good thing like when you're around all black people. There's just a certain different, you know, feeling you have when you're around black people. You know, there's definitely different. Just like if you're in a country and you're in a club and you're the only black person, it's a different feeling than when you in a place where there's all black people. You know what I'm saying? You might be still different, but it's different to be around all melanated people. In Brazil, 7 months a year, every year you have to know Portuguese to enjoy the quality of life, but you can get away in Medellin with English. Well, you can get away with English even more in Lima, and you can get away with English even more in Southeast Asia. But yes, quality of life is better with the language. Well, there's no denying that. The food is delicious at Bazerto Market in Cartagena. There's a lot of good food in Colombia that's not necessarily Colombian food, especially when you talk about Medellin. There are plenty good places to eat in Medellin that's not Colombian typical meal. So yeah. There are good places to eat in Cartagena, but there are way more options and better food, in my opinion, in Medellin. Way more. And when it comes to food, Thailand is up there, and so is Lima. Peru is up there. Peru, I seen my dates. Yeah, I seen them spots. The food, nothing to play with. Speaking of Lima, this is Patrice makes paper. I mean, excuse me, practice makes paper. I keep saying that. Speaking of Lima, are you still in contact with the African chick? Not on a regular basis, but you know, when I give her a shout out, you know, she hit me back. Hola, amor. You know what I'm saying? So, do you notice the poor air quality in Thailand and Vietnam? And does it have any effect on your health when you are there? I've noticed like I was getting sick when I was in Pattaya from the dust in the street with the motos. But I'm usually not there during burning season when they say the quality of air is bad. So I haven't experienced like noticing the quality of the air is bad and coughing or getting sick that way. But the last 2 or 3 times I've been in Thailand, I haven't had any problems. So Lord say stay away from Belgium. Yeah, like all of Europe is probably not great. You know what I'm saying? What food spots do you recommend in Rio? Rio is not my place for food. I honestly don't like most of the places to eat in Rio. There's no place that I could think of that I'd be like, oh, I gotta go back and have that. They all make the same bland food, the black beans, the white rice, the feijoada. Like, and I don't eat steak. So it's a sushi spot. It's a Chinese spot that's pretty decent, right across the street from the Copacabana Palace. And then around the corner from that is a sushi spot that's decent. And you know, they got the famous spots and all that, but to me, I've been struggling in Brazil when it comes to food. And if I wasn't eating one meal a day, I probably would buy the food and cook it myself. For real, that's just my opinion. The steakhouse by Copacabana Hotel. There's an Italian spot that's pretty good too. But yeah, the food in Brazil, it just doesn't do it for me. How do you not go out every day drinking there? Because it'll kill you. And why go out drinking every day? which you just got me on my shit. Where you got something to drink in the house. You drink this with club soda. I'm about to pour me a drink. If you drink Jack Daniels, if you drink the big boy stuff, this is the one you want. That Jack Daniels fire. And I haven't opened this yet. You see this is closed, right? This is closed, right? What time is it? It's almost 8. I'm going to have me a drink because this is really good. My homie took me to the Chinese spot in Tijuca. There's some other spots in Botafogo near. Yeah, there are good spots in Botafogo, but honestly, the food here, I don't know. It just don't do nothing for me. And I'm just saying that's me. I'm not telling y'all it won't do it for you, but that's just me, man. Like, the food here just don't do it for me, man. Just don't do it for me, man. Mabs is the Baileys of Rio. Nobody is really there for food. And the food is not really good at Mabs. The best thing Mabs got going on is the big screen and the eye candy. Let's keep it a buck. They got that big screen TV and they got eye candy. And I'm going there a little later. What up? Speaking of drinks, I'm gonna make me a little something, something. Laughing at how you went back to Brazil to put hands on Pinky. Pinky's not from Brazil. Pinky's from Colombia. I wouldn't put my hand on a woman over no stuff like that. Honestly, I just wanted to share with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe it's a good wake-up call, you know what I'm saying? For me, for all of us, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I ain't mad. I am not mad, you know what I'm saying? It just made me, you know, get off that time so much, you know what I'm saying? Clubs are popping in Rio. What clubs? There ain't really no clubs popping. All in, Ventrini, and then there's a lot of thermos. You can go to Casa Black. I'm not a club dude. I'm not a young dude. I'm sure there are other clubs, but those are just the ones I know. But I don't think anybody comes to Rio to go to clubs. You know what I'm saying? Their main thing is the beach and the culture, the music. It's not really the clubs. They do got that funky though. Boom, chop, chop, boom, chop, boom, chop, chop. They do got that funky music, that Bali funk, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think many people come here to go to clubs. How come you never went back to Kenya? That was last year, August. My pops died. So I left early. So it's only been a year, bro. Nah, Zoe, you real OGs don't drink that sweet tasting alcohol. This is not just alcohol. This is whiskey. It's the big boy shit. Eating spa. You know, they ain't got nothing to do with clubs. So you been to Buzios? Yes, I've been to Buzios. You went with my old lady and enjoyed. Who's your old lady? The caterer. So no disrespect, but when you go back to Thailand, are you going to see Junie again? I'ma see her, but I'm not dating her. She cooked for me twice, though. I ain't gonna front. Junie, I miss your cooking. I ain't gonna front, B. Stay away from them pink toes. I agree. After help close, not many clubs lit like that there, yeah. Nightlife sucks in Rio de Janeiro. Sao Paulo nightlife rivals London, Madrid, Paris. 2010 Rio de Janeiro night dive. Boa saw global paper. Hey, they know. I don't disagree. My wife. Who's your wife? Zoe, what up, bro? You doing NYE in Rio? How's the vibe? NYE? What's that? Damn, this shit is good. If you like Jack, you can't drink this by itself. You got something to cut it. You gotta have club soda because it's too sweet. But it got that cinnamon burn. You know, like, ugh. They had to go to the store and get this for me when I was in Thailand. Like, they took an hour. They was like, we don't got it, but we'll get it. Do you, money, coast, am stuck here 9 to 5 and I can't wait to get out? Do you? Because I'm stuck here. Okay. Your Airbnb in Rio, I messaged you your day on Airbnb going in September. Today? Steve? Is that Steve? Somebody named Steve messaged me and said, can I bring a girl? Yo, stop. The dude messaged me and said, can you have guests? I said, yes, you can have guests, but the maximum guest is 4 people, right? The dude messaged me back and said, can I bring a different girl every day? Damn, homie, you just had to say that? You had to say that? Can I bring a different girl every day? Come on, dogs. You don't say things like that, man. You let people like read between the lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you got me like, this nigga's going to tear my shit up. He like, can I bring a different girl every day? I'm like, you serious? Is it me or did he wild out, dogs? I ain't even drink yet. I just poured this. Because you know that's the people do in Airbnbs, effing up in the bed. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I've been in many Airbnbs, but I take care of all Airbnbs I stay in. I make sure I empty the garbage. I make sure they're clean. You know what I'm saying? I treat them like my home. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you do that, I ain't mad, man. This is an investment and it's here to be rented. You know what I'm saying? One dude did mess up my crib, dog. I gave him a terrible review. This dude left sink, garbage. I mean, this dude wrecked my shit. He was from like Spain or somewhere or some Argentina, and he left my joint wrecked. I called Airbnb, man. Oh my God. I do got soft mattresses though. My mattresses are nice. Now, I'm not gonna have nobody stay in my spot with no hard mattress messed up. My joint is comfortable. When, put it like this. If you could stay in an Airbnb sometimes that's nicer than your crib, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like that one Airbnb me and Wilfred had in Lima with the walk around balcony, fire. So, yeah. Of course, you could have a different girl every day, but don't ask. Rum chata tastes like cinnamon. This already got the cinnamon. This is the Jack Fire. It's already cinnamon. Cinnamon liqueur from the makers of Jack Daniel Tennessee whiskey. It says cinnamon spice, Tennessee Fire. If you have a convo with ChatGPT, it's really weird how much it responds. Yes, it is. It's crazy, and it's only going to get more. I tell Airbnb hosts I'm coming to town with my friends, but we're all staying separately, so I will have guests coming over. If the place can have guests, they're going to have guests. And yeah, I know but my place is, thank God, most of the people who have rented my place has been couples because it's 2-bedroom and it's been like two couples or a family. Like a lady came here for the marathon or something they had, she was with her family. So, I mean, it's an investment property, you know what I'm saying? And I get to enjoy it too. Brazil is a place that I could live a few months out the year. I will be staying here at least 3 months out the year. That's why I'm here. It's high season. There's not as much bookings right now. It's a little more chilly. So I'm like, okay, I'll come here, you know what I'm saying, and stay in my spot because Airbnbs is getting more expensive here in Rio. If y'all been coming, y'all know that's what it is. And if I get old, I can walk to the 1 block to the beach and look at beautiful people and see the water, walk up and down the boardwalk. It's a beautiful thing. How often can you get a beach condo? And it's not on the beach, but it's a block from the beach. You know what I mean? So how close could you get to the beach in all these major cities in the world? It's very expensive. So I was very fortunate. And if you want an Airbnb like me, send in that $1,000 for a consultation. I got spots up the wazoo. $1,000, man. I got spots up the wazoo up here. Might even be some spots in my building. Get the likes up. 147 likes, 237 in the building. Truly provide, I think, is in the description of the video. Yes, it is in the description. 1 block from the, 1 block from the beach, baby. I'm 1 block from the beach. 1 block from Copa Cabana Palace. Yes, it is. It's like Cartagena and Medellin combined. I used to run an Airbnb at my dad's place in Hawaii. Was making plenty money. Mm-hmm. That JD is getting to you. No. I'm just sipping. I'm just having a good time. Hopefully that 1,000 comes with a week supply of mangoes. Shit. Hell no. A week supply? I mean, I can point you in the right direction. I haven't found the hidden camera in the Airbnb, but then again, I was never looking. So if they wanted to watch me do my thing, they got tapes on me. What can I say? They got tapes on Diddy. I wasn't doing nothing too freaky. They ain't gonna say Zoe was doing freaky stuff. They say Zoe was doing regular stuff that men do with women. Which favela got the best chicas? I don't know. Probably the biggest one. I hope to get a girlfriend in Brazil. There's one girl that I'm after, and she's beautiful. She got these big eyes. She got that black curly hair. And me and her, we hung out, danced, kissed, and everything. But her, so I was supposed to go out with her before I left last time. She got robbed. Somebody stole her pocketbook right in front of her house. So she was like, I'm doing a police report, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm leaving today, next time. So I come this time. We were supposed to hook up. Her dad passes away. It's condolences to the family. So she had to go, I guess, to the town where he lives or the town where she grew up. And, you know, her dad passed away. So I don't know how long it's going to take for her to recover from that and feel up to going out on a date. But it's a pretty chick, regular chick. She works hard, got a job, lives by herself. She's beautiful, tall. She a little bit robust, but she been in the gym and she lost some weight. Like she's like a tall chick, statuous chick, but not, you know, big, but just like a little big bone. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a big guy, so you know, I can't manhandle her because she's a, you know, statuous girl, but she's the one I got my eyes on for making my girlfriend here in Brazil. Bring those 3 girls from the restaurant and I got you. Okay, Theodore. Nathan Nearest Green created the Jack Daniels whiskey. He was black man who was Jack Daniels' mentor while enslaved. So technically that brother brand you sipping. And I heard that, and that might be the reason why I like Jack Daniels so much. If you like whiskey, try Angel's Envy. Really good whiskey too. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. No, she's not big like that she could body slam me. But like when I was dancing with her, she was like, you know how women's got strong pelvics? Or they just strong and they be like punking you a little bit. So when I was dancing with her, she was like punking me a little bit. Okay, so Peter, you gonna book it. Okay, I see it and I'm gonna okay it in a minute. No baby oil? I might have to try the baby oil. I'm sorry. Cause the dude said he ain't gonna lie. He said, I've been warming up my baby oil ever since Diddy and Cassie showed me that trick. And they said that shit is on the money. So I'm gonna have to put some baby oil in the sink and let it heat up and mess up some sheets in my crib. Be sliding on the floors. Zoe, I met you. This is Miss Rowe. I met you in February in Thailand. You was a solid dude in 808 Dolo with the drink peeping the scene. Shout out to you. I keep it a buck, man. I be chilling, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to heat up that baby oil and try that shit out. Diddy might know something that we don't know. I mean, the other stuff he do, I'm not interested in that. But one of the dudes said, I ain't gonna front. I've been heating up baby oil ever since. It's Jay Clyde. What up, Jay Clyde? International to punish yourself. I'm gonna try that baby oil, that hot baby oil. He might have some. Lip lock with the honey. Yeah, she was like, cause now don't get me wrong. If it's a working girl, Zoe ain't doing no kissing, right? But she not, and they like to kiss when they partying and drinking. She was just all in my mouth. Now I tried to not do it so much, but they love kissing here. So yeah, we was out partying and she was all in my mouth, man. She was her and another one too. They be in your mouth paws out here with the women, man. New York dudes ain't the wildest. It's been a while now, anticipating your Chica Beach Live from 444. Keep them coming. Who is this you talking about? I ain't gonna tell you her name. She been on like one video. I was with a girl that used baby oil. It's definitely a thing. But it wasn't hot baby oil. I'm gonna get me some baby oil and heat that piece up. See pics of what? Of her? You know what I heard a young boy say, which made a lot of sense. He said the girl asked him all this stuff. The dude that plays in the new BMF movie, the one that plays the younger brother, he was on an interview with a chick and she was all in his business, asking him if he would date this one, if he would date that one. So, you ever got drunk and accidentally kiss a mango? No. So, he said, never cast pearls before swine. So he was like, I would never let y'all know my girl or who I was dating. And I thought about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Zoe got a nice girl, nice one, I'm probably not going to show y'all. Because dudes be after the chicks I be dating. You see what they did several times. I had to tell girls to go on my personal Instagram and don't go on my Internationalzoe or Barber World TV Instagram, because dudes will go on my joint and start following them and start talking to them. You know what I'm saying? And it be other YouTubers too, because shorties be telling me. So I'm gonna think about maybe not. I'll like show her hair or something, or show her walking to the water, but y'all ain't gonna see her face. Jay Clyde agrees there. Yeah, man, gotta keep them real ones low key for the most part. You right. She snipping. Practice makes paper $5 for the baby oil fund. Saúde. So gonna get him a 12-pack of baby oil. Laughing out loud. A bunch of freaky frog tried to follow up. Dude, yeah, they be doing that, man. I ain't even making a Patreon exclusive. Yeah, I'm not. Snipers, yeah, for sure, man. They've done that to me. Mad occasions. Girls, dudes be trying to holler at joints. I mean, it's just my turn in most cases, but I'm a different type of dude. Like, for instance, I met a shorty on IG or whatever, right? Not on IG, what was it? Tinder or whatever, right? I went and did a live on the beach with her. My man Jay Clyde was like, oh shit, that's my ex. Like, he ain't blow it up. But me and him on the back end, he was like, oh, that's my ex. She a good people. I used to mess with her, right? And then to me right away, I was like, and she's beautiful. Beautiful, tall, slim joint. I told her I can't do it. I'm like, you used to mess with my man. Abdel Salam. Thank you for the PayPal. $5. And I told her I can't do it. You used to mess with my boy. You feel me? That's how I am. You know, like, I don't follow behind dudes I know. I don't even care if it's a P for P. I don't follow behind dudes I know. It's too many women in the world to be doing that. So, but that's me. Everybody different. I can't front that joint you had in Punta Cana Genesis was outstanding. Yes, she was. Oh, I ain't gonna front. I miss her. She made it hard for other chicks. She put a hurting on me, boy. Like, I was like, damn. This, and you know what's crazy? I met her 3 years ago. The last time I was there, but I didn't see her. So, and my first day back, I saw her. And I was like, oh shit, you still here? And she was like, oh, she got married, she had kids. And I was like, if she been here that long, I ain't messing with her. She caught me on a good night. I had to see her a few times, I ain't gonna lie. She about that work. Said the most don't have no name tag on them, price tags. I hear you. Doesn't have to tell the left hand what the right hand is doing. Yeah, for sure. You're a real one. Confront, dogs. Woo! If I do go back to the Sioux or the Dominican Republic, I'm going back for Genesis. I ain't confront. She's fun. And she about that business. She had that sunshine, boy. Woo, Lord. The DR is dangerous because if you find a good one, ooh, that's why I know dudes be falling prey. Most dudes don't have the mental fortitude to like say, no, this is what it is. Dudes be falling in love or dudes be falling in lust and they can't control themselves and they want them all to them like, why are you doing this? You so beautiful. Come with me. Let me, you see my cape? They pull the cape out. They pull the cape out. And you know how Superman carries Lois Lane, carries her up into the clouds. Whew, some of them be giving that business. 80% of them don't even belong in the game. But there's that 10%. I got about 3 Haitian chicas I love from Sasua. I feel you. I feel you, Mr. Trav. I feel you, Trav. I mean, I have a nice one over there, but I know what it is. Yeah. Most dudes would try to marry. Yeah, I know, man. If you ain't used to getting shorties, that's bad. And you ain't got you can't separate, compartmentalize, you could get caught. What happened to that chick you did the Time Kettle review with? I think her name was Hannah. She out here. I seen her over there on 140, 147. She out here. She out here big time now. Have you ever thought about or wanted to pull a cape out? Maybe when I left. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I look back and be like, damn, I should have pulled the cape out. Okay, let me give you a prime example. Remember Shorty that I went to Santa Marta with? And she had the big hair? And I look back, I had her for 5 minutes. I had her. She was looking in my eye and shit. And when I look back, I'm like, damn, she just got in the game. I could have pulled her out. Even if it was just for a year or something. She was so sweet. And niggas dogged her after that. They seen her and they went in. When dudes first see chicks that I might holler at, they be thinking that they my girl. And then they be like, oh, I'm available. And they be like, oh, word. Say no more. Gotta keep it P at all top. Listen, we human, man. We human. Hey, yo, I'm gonna be out there next week. If I bump into you, first drink on me, Mr. Spacely. All right, cool. I got a good one in the DR deal. DR be having them. I ain't gonna front. Yeah, man. I'm bedazzled cape. I'm gonna make these Captain Sailing t-shirts, man. Yeah, I made her famous. Yeah, she was half Ecuadorian, half Colombian. She got a baby now. Somebody gave her a baby. Once they cross the line, there's no pulling them back. Nah, I'm saying not this one. This one, you could at least have them for a year. Like, see, I'm realistic. Like, if I find a nice, beautiful young woman and she give me 2-3 years, and I'm just saying in general, not one that's in a life or something. Cause y'all know Zoe be coming up. Regular joints. If she like 25 or 20 something, I'm like, yo, if you give me a good 3, 4, 5 years, I'm good. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I helped you out, I brought you up, I raised you up, and now you leaving me. Like, dudes is delusional. If I get to steal a nice 5 years from a young PYT and she dumped me after 5 years because I'm an old ninja, I ain't gonna be mad at her. I'm like, thank you for giving me 5 joints. You little PYT, I'm not gonna be mad at her. I'm not gonna expect her to stay with me forever. I mean, she might not even make it. Because, you know, I'm a fickle dude. So, see abroad with someone I know, it's over. That's how I feel. Man, and that other girl you had on your live before, rap singer, she got a kid. Yeah, somebody gave her kid too. A Brazilian dude, though. And to me, when they're early on the game, you can cuff. Yeah, I believe, I would agree. The Colombian girl played basketball. Somebody snatched her up. She in all different countries getting shopping sprees. She looked better than when she went out with me. I think somebody saw her on my video and snatched her up. Word. I think somebody saw her on my video and snatched her up. She was thick too, pretty. And she got a thicker sister. They was both pretty. They was both kind of nice too. But I seen her in other countries, on boats, in penthouses. Like somebody snatched that up. Right. That's how I feel like, yo, if you an older dude and you get a young joint to fall for you, and then she come to her senses after a couple of years and be like, nigga, you old. You can't be mad. You can't be mad. Pinky wanted you to pull out the cape. That wasn't going to happen. Pinky was fun, but she wasn't really my type. Girl, she wasn't really my type. Enjoy and move on to the next one, but I don't know. I'd like to get one for the long run. So what do you think? You get a little lonely out here. I've been out here for like 6 years, right? Julie was the closest thing I had to like a girlfriend for a while. And then it's been Cammy. And I had a good time with Junie. Like Junie used to take care of me good. I ain't even gonna front. Cooking, cleaning, like being a woman around the house. You know, she had a little attitude at times, but she took care of me. I ain't gonna front. So that was cool. But once I left, it just messed things up. So if you're gonna do a year or 6 months in a place, you should have a girlfriend. Nah, brother Zoe had him, the one who always remembered that Japanese Brazilian beauty you had on the live. Japanese Brazilian? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, she's Chinese and Brazilian. She wasn't Japanese. Once they cross the line, no pulling back. They trying to pregnant these girls, trying to keep them. Hey, man, you ain't gonna be the first to give them a baby. They gonna have one eventually. At least you want to be the one to get them the first baby. You don't want one who already got a baby and you give her a baby. So that one I had in Santa Marta, if I would have cuffed her little ass and gave her a baby, and you know, we probably been broke up by now, but I would have me a nice good 2-3 years with that PYT. She was gorgeous, beautiful body. Oh my God. She was flawless. Yeah, no one's perfect. You not getting younger either. I know. You know. But yeah. And Shorty be trying to get a baby. My kids would kill me. Well, my daughter would kill me. My son, he don't care. But my daughter, she would kill me. You know how daughters are. I was in Santa Marta. No, I was in San Andreas. And you know how you rent the 4x4s for the day? So we went to the beach, and when we came back to the 4x4, it was a little kid playing around in the 4x4 I had rented with his little sister. She was older than him though. And I came up and I had my video camera. I was like, beep, beep, who got the keys to my Jeep? And I put it as a little short clip. While my daughter came at me with like, that's your son? He looked like you. And she got even more mad because I laughed for like 5 minutes before I answered her. So I already know how she gonna get down. Nah, Zoe, you drunk. That went over your head. You missed that one. Which one was that? What did I miss? Play dog. Play dog. Oh, once they cross the line. Once they cross the line. No pulling back. They trying to get pregnant? Is that when you say these girls, they trying to keep them? I definitely don't. You got to write that out better because it's a little bit choppy. Are the girls trying to trap you or dudes trying to trap the girls? Is that what you're saying? Dudes are getting them. Even if you get a girl pregnant, you can't trap somebody. So getting them pregnant is not going to trap them. Everybody who's done that in the past, they know this. Damn, she want all the inheritance. No more splits. She might be mad at first, but then she'll love her new sibling. Yeah, that's what I told her, but she was like, how do you not get attached to one who cooks and cleans? It ain't just the cooking and cleaning that's gonna get you attached. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, take the red pencil to the message. Okay. Just because you have a baby with a girl doesn't mean she belongs to you, especially if she belongs to the street. TF, we all know that. We know that. And we agree. Kevin Crawford laughed my ass off. She belongs to the street. How many of y'all put a one up if you ever like fell a little bit in love with a, with a jump off? Let's just say that. Girl from Thailand, she cooked and cleaned. So when you ask Pinky how much she need a month, how much come on, man. You can't get all in the BI. Certain things you don't ask across platforms. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has fell in a little something for hey, at least I'm glad that y'all keeping it real. Salute. Now, what's the first place that happened? I ain't gonna say the first place that happened was in DR. And the crazy thing is, I met her on my last day, and I didn't even get a chance to smash. But I had her on my mind for when I came back. And when I did, oh my God. And they gonna like you. They like you too. So it's not just you. Yeah, but you come to your senses after a while. My stepmoms keep telling me I need to have kids so they can get inheritance. My brother got 3 and both go to my sisters. And both my sisters got 1. Don't have it just for that. Have it because you found someone that you want to build something with. You know what I mean? It's always DR. First place is DR. Yep, DRT because we love. Yeah, DR chicks will make you, not no more, but DR chicks will make you fall in love, B. Oh my God. Girls in the DR. They got a certain kind of magic. Even though it's ratchet, it's the ones that's not ratchet though. They got us. The DR ain't nothing to play with, boy. That's why I said that's a good like starting grounds, the DR, because you'll get your heart broke and you'll get knocked with reality in the DR. So when by the time you leave the DR, start going to Panama, Costa Rica, Colombia, and all that, you'll have your head on a swivel by then. Because the DR gonna give you your first lumps. The DR gonna give you your first lumps, that's for sure. Mr. Trav, I never thought I'd be hanging out with a Lira galore, and boom, I found Bailey's. Oh yeah, Bailey's is nothing to play with. Just the DR is nothing to play with. It don't matter if you go to Punta Cana, Santo Domingo, Puerto Plata. It don't even matter. You know why I think? Because even though they say I'm black, the DR is the closest to black you're going to get in the Latin Caribbean. The only other place that is could match that is Cuba. Puerto Rico third. But the DR, yeah. Japan is the spot. I gotta go back. I haven't been to Japan in many, many years. Puerto Rico's in there. It's in there. But the DR is on the same soil with Haiti. So Haitians are from Africa. So it's more black blood on that island, in my opinion, than Puerto Rico. And Cuba is similar. Because there's a lot of black people in Cuba. Lots. Yeah, I have an issue with that. Me no black. That's the DR. Yeah, you know what it is. You know, they've been brainwashed as well. I'll never hear anybody speak on the Asian Brazilian joint out there. They mid-packed. Asian Brazilian. Oh, in Japan, they got the Japantown. But they be really Japanese over there. Like, you know, I mean, I haven't been out there hard body like that in Sao Paulo, but yeah, I saw your last trip to Cuba. I need to check that out. Yeah, Cuba's dope, man. Beautiful beaches, beautiful people, beautiful architecture. Even though it's dilapidated, man, what that place must have looked like, whatever it was, 30, 40 years ago. That place had to be so beautiful. Damn, he done been to all the places you want to go to meet women in the world and still making them DR women sound like they top tier. Maybe I should go there instead of Peru. I'm just saying, DR will get you. They got beautiful women there. And but they're problematic, but beauty is beauty. And they got her. They got her. Go to Tunisia? Why? What's there? I don't even care if they don't see themselves as black. I care how much they like black men. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. I respect the way you look at it. Brazil is 55% Afro-Latino. Are they really Latinos? Technically? Even though they speak Portuguese? Is Portugal part of Latin America or is it part of Europe? And it's parts of South America. There's a lot of black people here in Brazil, for sure. And a lot of mixed people, more than anything. DR is a good starting point. You will get knocked down, but they won't knock you out. Yeah, Florida, man, I agree. Brazil got good lamb. Yeah, I heard. But I don't indulge in lamb and beef and all that other stuff. What time is it? 8:30. It's Tuesday. It ain't gonna be much happening, no matter where I go. And it's too early to go to Mavs. Because they'll be out there August 26th, player. Then I'm gonna be going by that. But enjoy. Damn, Zoe, I eat and took a shower and you still, I know, right? Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. Damn, it's been 1 hour and 24 minutes. Time flew. And it's still 238 in the building. What do y'all want to talk about? We covered a lot and we just had a lot of fun. But if y'all have something specific to talk about, Brazil has an Asian Brazilian community too. That's live. Yeah, that's in. Are you talking about the community that's in Sao Paulo? Latino means descendants of the Latin soul, French, Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish, Brazilian art. Spaniards, those are descendants of Spanish languages. Okay. This is a good chat, man. Laugh my ass off, but they're problematic. I mean, is there a country where women aren't problematic? Laugh my ass off. Are they any worse than the Colombians or the Brazilian chicks? You talking about Dominicans? Yes. They're worse than Colombians and Brazilians. It's DR, then Brazil, then Colombia. Then you can, go from there. But DR got some of the worst attitudes, worst personalities, worst, most unprofessional. Like, yeah. Yeah, I would say. But they still up there in beauty. You go to Costa Rica, and you be running up against Venezuelans, Colombians, and Dominicans, and you might find yourself picking Dominicans, although you might not know who's who in the beginning. But yeah. How you feel about the 40 plus rappers making comebacks? I would say this. Clips have a really great album, and his brother's over 50. And that's in part of Pharrell. Raekwon's album is kind of lukewarm, and I believe is lukewarm not because he's not a great MC, it's because his beat selection doesn't have the cohesion that it usually has, and he don't have fire beats. And I think that's hurting his album. So those are the last two that I've heard. But yeah, why should they stop rapping? Ghostface album coming out soon. Okay. Ghostface been kicking some lyrics lately. So yeah, I like to hear that. Is Lloyd Banks coming out with something soon? But yeah, rap is like at a funny space right now, Even though people love what Kendrick did, but Kendrick kind of messed up the space. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick like messed up the space, man. It's like nobody don't want to come out from their little generation, and you know what I mean? Like Kendrick kind of messed up the space. He made a great song, and he Drake, but Drake was jumping on a lot of records with people. He kept the party going, and Kendrick messed up the space, man. If you think about it, Kendrick slowed up the space, man. Drake had it coming out, but I agree. How much to toss it up sample course? I don't know. You got to talk to Salam. Yeah, it's kind of like at a funny standstill, and then some of the new music I just don't know. I don't know some of these new young artists, The women are doing what they're doing, but my man Zone done gave the DR chicks sound like the best and the worst. Yeah, and sometimes it's like that. Do you think opening a barbershop in Sosua is a good idea? I don't know. There's barbershops there. You gonna be better than Dominicans? Or you gonna hire Dominicans? The zoo ain't big enough for about 2 or 3 barbershops, and they already got 2 or 3 barbershops. So and they got that Santana barbershop where they had the girls booty clapping, but that kind of ran its course. Unless you're gonna do something special for cheap, like have a cigar lounge in there with the cuts and a bar. and beautiful women washing hair and beautiful women serving drinks and beautiful women lighting your cigar and keep the price reasonable, does it need it? And secondly, I would like to see what's going to happen in the near future for the suit. Like right now, I would just take note. Went to Casablanca last year. The neighborhood was in the trenches for sure. Felt safe inside the club, but not much else. Yeah, you want to order Uber upstairs and come down and get in the Uber. But some people have hung out there and said it was okay. You think he messed up the space? I don't think. No one's scared of him. He doesn't start with rappers who pick on him. Yeah, but he just like slowed up the space. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't do songs with a whole lot of people like Drake doing all that. Drake keep the party going. You know what I'm saying? You know. I think what he's saying. I think people just miss Drake and his features. Yeah, I honestly like both of them. Me too. Business hurting in Sasua right now. A lot of restaurants not even opening certain days of the week. Yeah, I'm sure. Casablanca is a good time, but I was with two locals from Rio, so that made it safe. Mm. Yeah, but Drake ain't doing nothing hot. He ain't come out with no banger yet. That album with the Party Next Door, that was lukewarm, right? Whatever his name was. I haven't done a New Year's Eve in Rio, and I'm not going to do this one because I'm going to rent out my place for a lot of money. The gangster lifestyle. What's up, player? What up, player? So yeah, the Zodan talked his talk. Might go to the beach and light up one of these chunky chunks. You know what I'm saying? That's not we spark mad ism. What group was that? Oh, what's the group was that? My Lacoste collection is me. I know they need to write me a check. Lacoste need to cut me a check. If anybody know Lacoste, somebody worked there, they need to cut me a check because I've been making them look real good in the street. I see some dudes out there with they fake ass Lacoste trying to be like Zoe, but I ain't gonna say no names. I don't really know what the vibe is like in New York City these days. Channel Live, thank you. Some real hip hop heads out there, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Channel Live, yeah. I remember them brothers. Oh, we do a small man is Karis One was on that joint. Y'all seen them, right? With their nasty ass alligator shirts. Nigga, you ain't got no Lacoste there. You got an alligator shirt. No, excuse me. You got a crocodile shirt. You ain't got no Lacoste, nigga. You got a crocodile shirt. Remember back in days they used to rip your leaf patch off? Niggas wearing crocodiles. Swamp stories. Hey, Tom Slick, you already know. With that cool beach breeze. So did bring back some Cuban cigar, no. Cause they took them joints for me in the airport last time I came back. Travel Shortcuts. What's good, my dude? What happened to you? What happened to you, brother? You stopped traveling? That dude used to love the suit. Tonight, I ain't got nothing planned tonight, honestly, man. But I'm gonna go to Mavs to see who's in town, and if they want to do something, then we might do something. Yo, talk about Thailand. Right now, I've been doing my work on IG for Thailand, and I got a couple thick, beautiful Thai joints lined up for when I get there. So if you're dealing with them, finish with them now, because when Zoe come to town, the girl is mine. The doggone girl is mine. Loud out loud. Got an African queen now, back and forth to Angola. All right. Told you so. Thailand #1. Thailand is definitely up there. Hopefully it ain't the same girl at Maps. Yeah, no, yeah, I don't know. Against the lifestyle, I've seen a polo store called Unique Styles in Brooklyn. Yeah, they got some laughing out loud. The girl. How do you feel about Thai people eating dogs? It's not my business, as long as they don't feed it to me. They eat dogs and rats and frogs. Junie chopped up 2 big ass frogs and shit looked like ground beef. I didn't eat it, but she did. And she took the leg and she made it look like a chicken wing. I was like, wow, yeah. I ain't gonna front. Junie cook her ass off. If I was rich in Thailand, I would make her dress like real sexy, and she would be my personal chef. I ain't gonna front. I would pay her good. She might be mad because my shorty might be, I might have me a bad shorty up in there. She might throw some poison in our food. But as far as cooking, that girl could have a restaurant. I ain't gonna front. I've been to Thai restaurants and the cheap food, and she cooked better than a lot of them spots. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna text her tonight. I think she changed her number or something. And I blocked her online because she was getting on my nerve and I didn't want to see her. See, when you break up with a girl, break up with the girl. Don't be looking at her Instagram and all that stuff. That's the worst thing you could do. When you break up with somebody, break up with them. You know what I'm saying? I get my polo either from Ralph Lauren, Macy's, or Bloomingdale's. I hear that, gangster. You know where to get it at. We used to get mine from the mansion, the Polo Mansion. You ever dated an American girl overseas? No, but I've met a few. Why? You see them sisters making videos about being in Thailand and, it's hard for them to date. And they're like, I'm allowing you to choose me. You're not choosing me. Dudes is in. No dude is in Thailand looking for an American woman. I'm sorry, Ma. It's not going to happen. Because even if you don't want Thai girls, there's African girls. And if you don't want African girls, there's Russian girls. And then there also might be some Thai mixed with Chinese or Thai mixed with Cambodia. There's so much options with better attitudes. I'm sorry. I had to do it. Cammy's good. I spoke to her yesterday. We text back and forth for like an hour. Boop, 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 She missing the God. You know what I'm saying? God missing her a little bit too. I ain't gonna front. I wouldn't trust Junie cooking if she's cooking dogs. No, I didn't say she cooked the dog. She cooked frogs though. But she admitted that they do cook dogs and eat dogs. And they do eat rats and they do, but it's not because they trying to be cheap, because they charge more for rats and dogs than cows and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna text her tonight. Who you gonna text? Oh, that's me, Junie. That girl cook her ass off. I ain't gonna front. Another chick cooked for me, and I thought it was gonna be good like Junie, and it wasn't. I was disappointed. So they don't all cook good. They might cook for you, but they don't all cook good. Thank you for speaking the truth on that. Equal with better attitude. I was just in Thailand and haven't seen that many fake chains since mid-90s in Jamaica, on Jamaica Ave. Robert, Zoe, I feel you about the Lacoste. I own so many shirts and see shirts, they should cut me a check. You know what I'm saying? Travel shortcuts. Thank you for the euros. I love the consistency. Stay winning, bro. And congrats again on the Brazilian property. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you. You was always a cool dude. I did an interview with him. I did his haircut. You know, I met him. I think we met in the Sasua, man. That was the golden era of Sasua. I know I missed the golden era, but the COVID was the new golden era of Sasua. I'm sorry, man. That shit was off the chain. That shit was off the chain. Shout out to Envy. Zoe is going to be the front page news again in the travel content, the controversial king of travel. Nah, I'm not controversial. Can Cammy cook? Yeah, we did a video of her cooking for us. Remember on the first date, she said, "We cook." I said, "How are our Peruvian women?" She said something, and she said, "We like to cook." Even though she only cooked for me once, and I ain't gonna front. Your girl Mwaka, the African girl, that girl could cook. I mean, that girl had my stomach like this. That girl cooked me like a 3-course, 4-course meal. I mean, that girl could cook. I mean, she could cook. I ain't gonna front. So how do you like the food at Culture Lounge in Pattaya? It was good, but it was pricey. I ain't gonna admit. Like, that's not somewhere you're gonna go all the time. You wanna go and treat yourself? Cool, but I'm not like a soul food eating everyday type of dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want a place that serves mac and cheese and fried chicken and collard greens. Like, I'm only going there once a month, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you fixed me up nicely, bro. Yeah, COVID was lit and Colombia too. Yeah, that's true. Colombia was lit. No, it wasn't Sasu. Been dead since 2016. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Thai Philly. COVID was lit. Anybody that was there know COVID was lit in the Sioux. Zoe been drinking. He had to keep it real about the attitudes. It's wild how they think that shit's charming or attractive, but that ain't my business. I always keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I was at Omni Resort in the pandemic. Yes, sure. Salute. Yo, but the Trav knows. The gangsta lifestyle. 2020 really was the last good year of Sasua. It wasn't just 2020. It was 2020 to 2021 at least. That was like a year. You know how many dudes that was down there and kept changing their flights and canceling their flights? Like, dude was down there like, I'm leaving tomorrow. Oh, I canceled my flight. Or I missed my flight. Like, and dudes would go home and come right back. It was crazy down there. Yeah, don't sleep on African ones, but yeah, culture is expensive. So have you tried kicking chicken in Pattaya? Yeah, chicken is good there. I'll definitely try. Shout out to the brother that owns it. I forget his name, but I interviewed him too. So show love. Show love when I'm out there, when I'm everywhere. If a brother has a restaurant, I usually go by and do an interview and give him some free exposure. Done it a lot. Will you be able to tell the difference between dogs, rats, and chicken if they were trying to serve it to you? Yeah, it probably would look different. You know what I'm saying? And I only eat the breasted chicken, so I don't know if a rat or a dog could duplicate what a breast of the chicken looks like. Now, maybe if they chop it up, I don't know if it's not going to be the same color, then I don't think they're going to be able to, and the same texture and the same flavor. Like I might taste it, but then be like, my man was pissed off. He said he was somewhere and they gave him dog, and he said something about the smell of the meat kept getting to him. He was like, "What is that smell? What is that smell?" Then he figured it out, and he went to them. And they was like, "Yeah, it's dog," and he was mad. I think he said it was in Vietnam. I'll be in Cape Town next month, first time. Well, God bless you, Faust. What's he say? Faust Joe? Yeah, Cape Town is super dope. I've been seeing way more YouTube videos in Thailand. Guys need to be like you and spread it out. Thailand is a nice flex, though. I ain't gonna front. Dudes could go out there and feel safe and unworried, and it's very affordable. Dudes don't want to leave Sasua. I know they won't. They don't. They call it street food for a reason. Cut from a different cloth. So let them know New Yorkers been going to the DR for years, i.e. 2010. And yes, I mean, I'm a barber from New York, and brothers used to get in my chair and be in a barbershop talking about the DR for many years. You know, I couldn't indulge because I was married, but whew, I heard about that. The first person who ever told me about the DR was a dude that worked for UPS. And I remember, and he was like, I'll go all the time. And I was like, you go by yourself? And he was like, yeah. And I still didn't get it. And this was honestly, I opened up my first barbershop in 1996. And I was cutting his hair before. He told me when I didn't have my first barbershop. So he told me this somewhere between 1992 and 1994 that he was going there, a UPS driver. And he was a, tall dude with the thick mustache, kind of looked like the dude from Cameo. And he told me he was going to DR. And then I remember another dude I used to cut his hair. He brought a Dominican back, had a child with Dominican, and she ended up dying or something. But he said, I remember we always used to laugh. And this was also like 90 something. He said, ugly niggas the shit in the Dominican Republic. He said, ugly niggas like me is the shit in the Dominican Republic. I never forget he said that. Because he wasn't an attractive dude. You know what I'm saying? I didn't try to guinea pig one love. I did not try to guinea pig. Zoe was not into exotic foods. How come you don't go to the Philippines that often? Because the Philippines, the last time I went, it wasn't really popping. I went in 2019 and then I went again like in 2022 because I was over in Thailand when they first opened it back up and you ain't need to stay in a hotel and all that. So while I was there, I went to the Philippines because the Philippines was dope when I first went. But it wasn't like that much popping, so haven't been stressed to go back. But I might go back. Philippines be nice. There was some nice joints in the club. I ain't gonna front. But Manila was dry. Burgo Street and all that. It was dry. It wasn't. Angeles City wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like it was. You know what I mean? The Philippines got hit harder and is more poor than Thailand. So the COVID hurt them way more than it hurt Thailand. And I think that's why it's not as fun as much. Yep, I've been hearing about the DR since the 90s, but never thought about going. Wow, okay, I heard New Yorkers talking about the DR in the mid-2000s when people was going to Miami left and right. Yes. Because you got to realize, this is what I'm saying. When people say, oh, New Yorkers messed up Sasua and all this shit, you got to realize, New Yorkers been dating Dominicans since the 80s, okay? Latin women is nothing new to somebody from New York or the tri-state area for that matter, but especially from New York. One of the biggest Dominican communities is in Manhattan. But now they're all over. But the first big one that started was in Washington Heights. I went to school, elementary school, I was in third or fourth grade, and the first girl I ever tongue kissed was a Dominican girl. That's how long Dominicans been in New York, and that's how long we've been cohabitating with Dominicans. Like in the beginning, we didn't know there was Dominicans. We just thought there was all Puerto Ricans. Just like if you ever went to Colombia in like 2018 or something like that, you didn't know that there was Venezuelans. If if your first few times there, you just thought they were all Colombians. It's the same thing happened in New York with the Dominicans. We didn't really know until we started finding out they had a little beef. And no, I'm not Puerto Rican, I'm Dominican. And the Puerto Ricans didn't like Dominicans and all this. We didn't know. So yes, brothers, if you're gonna see that at home, you definitely gonna see that when you go there. And the girls would, I remember a Dominican girl told me, you ain't gonna talk to me if you come to my country. Are you gonna compete in the verses? I don't think so. I don't think they want that smoke from Zoe. Zoe is very creative. I might not have the best color grading, but I do cuts. I do great cuts. I do great cuts to music, and I got a lot of heat. I got a lot of heat. But I don't know if I want the work that comes behind doing it, because it's one thing if you don't have a lot. I got so much content. You know what I'm saying? It's like the mistake that Dipset made. Dipset did not go into the battle with the Locks prepared. So they didn't sit down with a DJ and organize their best songs in the right pattern and use their best material. Like, it's this Cameron didn't even do Pull It, and didn't do, you know what I mean? Certain things Cameron didn't even do. You know what I'm saying? So if you go into the battle and you got a lot of material, you gotta go through all that material. You gotta formulate it right. You gotta, it's a lot of work. So I don't know if I want that. There in the Philippines wasn't popping. Interesting. Cebu catches my attention. I haven't been to Cebu. I've never been to Cebu, but I did hear it was good. Is there scopolamine powers in the DR like Colombia? Not really. I heard it happened, but no. The next biggest scopolamine spot is Brazil lately. Zoe, you held travel community down during COVID. Yes. Caesar Swag, no. That's when I learned how to edit. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Blacks, Dominicans, and Puerto Ricans all grew up in the same neighborhood. Yeah. Try Haiti. Go to Cape Haiti. It's safe over there. Okay. I'm definitely going to consider that. Tongue slick. Cebu was lit. It has younger crowd and more chill vibes. I went to Boracay, but I hadn't been to Cebu. And I would definitely be going to some place like that. NYC and New Jersey is Dominican second home. That's for sure. Connecticut too. So if you let one of these young boys smoke you in a versus, you might have to delete your channel. I wouldn't delete my channel, but I doubt they have the capability of smoking me. The only one that could really give me a problem is Don Banks and Lord. I mean, yeah, they got fire. But nobody else I could think could, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think nobody else. And I don't think I would go against them. I would more likely end up going up against the Flyboy Way because we like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, or Keith, maybe, something like that. I couldn't really see myself going up against somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? To me. Apartment $5. Thank you for the super chat. Do you really have info for anyone wanting to purchase a nice place in Brazil close to the beach via paid consult? Yes, I do. I ain't fronting. I definitely do. What do you think about Guyana? I want to go there one day, but I don't know a lot about it. I would have to do some research, How much for the consultations, though? I'm trying to book. Depending on how much you want. It's going to be between 500 and 1,000. Because I'm gonna really have to plug you in with all my people, and that's gonna be the lawyer, that's gonna be my boots on the ground dude, and that's gonna be my architect that designed and did my place, and also my real estate agent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all serious, and while I'm here, I could see the place before you see it. I could take pictures and videos. I could definitely help. I ain't gonna front. I could definitely help. You know what? Lapu might be the spot you will like in the Philippines. Okay, I do want to go to the Philippines because they got a lot of islands, and I want to get away from the ninjas. You know what I'm saying? Thailand is full with the ninjas right now, son. Even though we still a small community, it's filled with the YouTube ninjas. You know what I'm saying? Keisha's going next month. Jay Willow going next month. Pab is there, right? The other kid is there. That's why I went to Chiang Mai and Koh Samui and all these other places, and I really want to chill. I really want to go there and chill, but I don't want to be. I heard there isn't much to do in Guyana, but they definitely got baddies. Okay. Word. Have you been to Thailand too? I'm curious on which. Yeah, I've been to Thailand several times. And I've been to several different cities or regions. You know what I'm saying? So, and I like Thailand. I could relax in Thailand. I like Da Nang more than Ho Chi Minh. You gotta go to Ho Chi Minh if you like history. Ho Chi Minh got all the history, the museums, that historical post office, all the war planes from the Vietnam War. For historic reasons, you gotta go to Ho Chi Minh, right? And go to the nightlife and all that stuff. But for chill vibes, relax, laid back, Da Nang is killing it. Because I decided to come stay in my house. Or I'll be giving you a quick. I decided to come stay in my house. My house is paid for. You know what I'm saying? I could save some money. I ordered a few more things for my house. I had to put some locks on some of the cabinets. And it would have, my boy, I could have went, but it would have just been a stretch. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a stretch. And I did want to go. I honestly did want to go. What subject is next? The next week's Sunday sermon is going to be vlogging, responsible vlogging. I want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Responsible vlogging. Yeah. But I definitely wanted to go. But it would have just been a lot of work to go. You know what I'm saying? And I would have felt myself chasing women and all that. And I just wanted to chill. I'm in my crib. My bed is soft. It's very comfortable in here. It been raining, so the weather's cool. I could just lay back in here, man. I literally feel comfortable in here, you know, knowing that it's mine. I'm comfortable, man. Thai women more freaky, but Filipinas more bad. I don't know. I was gonna go, but I had family issues. I had to go back to New York next to life. Yeah. Where can we find the link to your Airbnb? So don't ever let a woman take you for everything. You got like Shannon Sharp. Yeah. I don't think Shannon Sharp thought it would happen to him, but you got to be more careful. We all do. How do you get yourself ready mentally for the long flights to Thailand? Don't ask me, man. Bachelor, man, it is no way. This is how you get yourself ready. You download series on Netflix. You download series on Disney and Hulu. You download as many series as you can on your phone, right? You eat. You sleep. You watch a couple movies or a couple movies on a series. You eat, you sleep, you watch a couple movies. You eat, you walk to the bathroom. You stand in the bathroom for 10, 15 minutes, look in the mirror. I mean, it's I'm used to it, but it ain't nothing to play with, man. You got to be built a certain way, and you definitely got to be built a certain way if you're going to do it 2 or more times in a year. Let me say that. Ain't nothing to play with. That long flight ain't nothing to play with. Yeah, he definitely messed up. Good point about downloading. Shit, I'm gonna do that. Might pop a damn pill too. Yeah, find you a nice pain pill or muscle relax. Nah, I ain't promoting nobody to do no drugs, but because your neck, your back is gonna hurt, so you might need a muscle relaxer because you know most of those seats are not very. Oh, I ordered this like whoopee cushion for flights, so I ordered this cushion to sit on because you know your ass be hurting too. So I'm hoping that's going to help too. Wear a sweatsuit, no underwear, because you know you won't wear a sweatsuit, no underwear, a t-shirt or a long sleeve t-shirt and a jacket because it gets cold on the planes. And one of the worst things is to be freezing on them flights because they be freezing you out. You got to realize you high in the sky and the plane is moving at 100 miles per hour. So it could be freezing and then they turn on the AC so you want a jacket. Put it in your book bag or whatever. You need a jacket. You need or hoodie. You need a little bottle of mouthwash and a toothbrush. Because, you know, you're going to get the yak. You need peppermints. You need some snacks. You know what I'm saying? And a mask. Just in case, because people be stinking sometimes. Like if people will get on a flight and be musky or their breath will be stinking bad or they be farting multiple times during the flight. I'm telling y'all all the things I deal with flying a lot. So, and if they stick you near the bathroom, you definitely going to need your mask. So, a mask, a jacket, relaxing clothes, a whoopee cushion or something for your butt, a hoodie maybe, some mouthwash, a toothbrush, small toothpaste so you can go in the bathroom and clean up. You're going to make one stop. So, and if you stop